The council still believed they had time. They thought humans would come back eventually, like they always did. But then something happened they didn't expect. One by one, small systems began leaving the council. Old colonies, silent border worlds, even some mid-level trading planets, all declared they were now under the Pact of Honor. The council tried to stop them with threats, but no one listened. Trade routes began to shift. Patrols disappeared. Whole sectors went dark. The old power of the council started to break apart. Then, without warning, a massive human fleet entered neutral space. They didn't raise their weapons. They sent a message. The human ambassador appeared on every screen and said, "We don't need your counsel. We will protect those you ignored. We will not be stopped." The message was short, but it hit harder than any weapon. Panic spread through council chambers. Alliances broke. Leaders turned on each other. Some called for war. Others begged for peace. But no one could ignore what was happening. The humans weren't looking for revenge. They were building something stronger than fear. A new power was rising in the galaxy, and it wasn't asking for permission. It was already too late to stop it. The council had no choice left. Their power was fading, their alliances breaking. So they sent one final message to humanity, this time not with pride, but with fear. They asked for peace. They asked for unity. They begged the humans to return to the Forum. When the human ambassador appeared, the galaxy went silent. He stood in front of the council one last time. His face was calm, his voice steady. "We offered peace. We gave warnings. You ignored them. We will not destroy you, but we will no longer follow your broken path." Behind him stood leaders from dozens of species, once weak and ignored, now proud and united under the Pact of Honor. The ambassador paused, then added, "If you wish to join us, do so with respect. If not, stay out of our way." The transmission ended. Across the stars, millions watched in silence. Some cheered. Some cried. Others armed themselves, preparing for what might come. But one truth was clear. The old galaxy was gone. A new age had begun, shaped by the silence and strength of humanity. The day they walked away from the council, everything changed. And from that moment on, the galaxy never felt safe again. The council sat in silence, their faces pale, their pride broken. They had finally realized the truth. Without humanity, the galaxy was falling apart. They sent one last message, full of fear and desperation, asking humanity to return. This time, the human ambassador answered. He stood tall before the council, not angry, but calm and clear. "We offered peace," he said. "We gave you warnings, but you chose to ignore us. We will not destroy you, but we will not follow your path anymore." Behind him stood many new allies, species once weak and forgotten, now standing strong beside humanity. The ambassador looked at the council, his voice low but firm. "If you want to join us, come with respect. If not, stay out of our way." With that, the transmission ended. Across the galaxy, every screen went dark. The silence was heavy. Some species clapped and cheered. Others whispered in fear. A few began to prepare for war. But deep inside, everyone knew something had changed forever. Humanity had taken a new path, and it was not one the council could control. That day, when humans walked away, the galaxy watched in silence, and it never felt safe again. At first, the council thought humanity's silence was just a protest, something temporary. But as the days passed, the silence became louder, more dangerous. Human colonies stopped responding. Human fleets vanished from known trade routes. Even peaceful outposts turned off their communication channels. No warnings, no signs of anger, just a complete disappearance from all political talks. This quiet move sent a wave of fear across the stars. The last time humans went silent, 3 empires had fallen within months. Leaders of other species remembered those stories. Whispers began in council chambers and war rooms. Was this the beginning of something worse? Armies were put on alert. Emergency meetings were called. The galaxy had no idea what was coming next, and that fear made everything unstable. Pirates returned to old routes, testing the weakened patrol lines. Long-forgotten enemies began to stir again. Treaties between old allies started to crack. All of it happened because humanity stepped away. And still, they said nothing. Their silence became a storm. Everyone watched, waited, and wondered, what were the humans planning? And if they did come back, would they come as friends, or something else? The fear grew stronger with every passing hour. Far beyond Council space, in the deep quiet of the stars, humanity was not hiding. They were building. Their fleets moved in silence, forming around distant worlds where no Council eyes could see. These were not warships, but they were strong, fast, and ready. The humans were not preparing for battle. They were creating something new, something better. A new alliance was forming under their guidance, one built on trust, fairness, and strength. It was called the Pact of Honor. Small, forgotten species who had been ignored or used by the Council were now standing beside the humans. They had found someone who listened, someone who protected, and in return, they gave their loyalty. The humans never announced this alliance. They didn't need to. One spy from the Council, hidden among them, saw everything and returned in panic. His message shocked the old leaders. The humans are not preparing for war. They are building something more powerful, unity. The Council laughed at first, but deep down, they were afraid. Because when humans move in silence, it's never without reason. And this time, they weren't coming back to ask. They were building a future where the Council had no place, a future already growing in the shadows.